welcome to Thursday Live. I'm excited to be here. Sorry about being a little bit late. I had to, we had some batteries that needed to be changed in the fire detectors, but I'm glad to be here. Super excited about today's topic. It's a big question. Why not now? Why wait? And what I'm talking about is the belief that some of the nurses have that waiting and postponing on addressing burnout can somehow make it disappear, that maybe magically something will happen and that burnout just will go away on its own. I know that this is a common life trap, and breaking free from it could be a life changer. And so this is where I'm super excited to share 3 powerful strategies on how to overcome it, and that maybe taking action now is something that can bring you back the control over the burnout. So for those who are new here, welcome. And if you don't know me, my name is Anastasiya. I'm a nurse practitioner and I'm a coach working with nurses and nurse practitioners helping overcome burnout without leaving nursing field. So if you guys excited about this topic, comment excited and let's dive right in. So the belief number 1 and the point number 1, that burnout does not go away, it just deepens, right? Like how many of you maybe thought at one point, or maybe you even had this situation where you were facing burnout, but you just could not deal with it, and you were hoping that it will go away. And so what happened, like I know what happened with me and I know what happened with several of my clients, it only got worse, right? Like it only grew, and there were more consequences to deal with, right? The truth is burnout is not a phase, right? It doesn't just like come and go. I live near the ocean, so if I were to compare it, it's like a tide, right? Like it's not the tide that just comes and goes. No, it's actually almost like a disease, right? It's a condition. So if you were to think, for example, if we have a diabetic patient, right? Like a diabetic patient that is totally ignoring their diabetes, that is eating, like continuing to eat unhealthy foods, not addressing it, not exercising, doesn't want to look at it, then what happens? Right? Like the blood thickens, things get worse, and then what happens? Then you get a neuropathy. And then after that, you might even get, like a leg amputation, right? So now you have to deal with a much bigger issue. And the same with burnout, right? Like, have you ever, experienced that if burnout is getting worse? Did this ever happen to you if you didn't address it? If you did, let us know, and drop a yes in the comments. Now, the second point is that some of us believe that, maybe waiting for the right time is, what might help with the burnout, that now is not the right time. But the thing is, this is self-deception, right? And I know some of you might not even like hearing this, because what it means that we're lying to ourselves, right? That like it will get better, with the new job, or, like I will work on that when I will get a new job, or I will work on myself when my kids get older, when something changes in the family, that's when I will start working on myself. But the thing is, that's not self-love, right? So we're lying to ourselves if we're saying this, because really we can't predict the right time, right? The longer we wait, the longer burnout controls our life. The longer it controls our life. And wouldn't you want it to be the other way around? Right? Like, because like the true self-love means I deserve it now, not someday, right? I deserve it. Put in the comments, I deserve it. And so that brings us to point number 3, right? Because life happens, right? Like life happens, life is moving forward, and so does burnout, right? So if we stop and we don't work on it, and the burnout is happening, right? The burnout doesn't stop because it's in motion, right? It's physics. It's object in motion stays in motion. If we stopped and the burnout keeps going, so what happens? Like it keeps growing, right? And then it can totally take over our life. Right, I'm not talking only the work, because everything is intertwined. It also going to be spilled into your home life, right? So this is why now is the time to take action. Okay, so to sum it up, we talked about the 3 things why now is the time to not ignore, but to take action. Right? So, and this is where my question for you, how many of you want to start feeling in control of their life? How many of you want to overcome that burnout? But maybe you're stuck in that belief that maybe it's not the right time, right? Maybe we're lying to ourselves, it's not the right time. Or maybe we're saying it will change, it will get better with the next job. But maybe you want to be in control instead. Because it's hard to get there on its own. Life is full of blind spots. And so this is why I'm super excited to offer the challenge, a free 3-day challenge, Beat Nurse Burnout Challenge for all of you. This is going to happen right after Thanksgiving. It's just 3 days for 30 minutes where you're going to learn practical skills, how to overcome burnout and become in control of your life, of your nursing job and your life. And the best part, that you will get clarity, you will get answers, and you will be so ahead of time and prepared for the holiday season, and then you will get a head start for 2025. So if you're ready to take that step now, not someday, comment I'm in, and I will reach out and make sure you're set for the challenge. And then we will be starting, like I said, after Thanksgiving, 3 days. And that could be really your first step toward finally feeling in control again. If you got some value from today's training, comment value. And again, a reminder about the upcoming challenge where you can beat the burnout now, not someday. If you're in, comment I'm in, and I'll reach out. And it was great to see you all, and I'll see you next time. Bye.